Hey guys, today or right now, I want to speak about a fascinating human being, and I'm just trying to make a lesson out of it. So we'll cover the vocabulary related to peace and peace building. Yeah. So he was an amazing, a wonderful person, unique. mm. I'm talking of Georgi Vanyan. Uh, he was a peace builder. Yeah. If you do not know the word, yeah, let's have some simple vocabulary. To build, is to make or to construct. Or to make. Yeah. Peace. Well, the word peace, I think, is known to everyone. Peace is like no war. Yes. When there is no war, it's peace. So to build peace, to construct, to create peace. Peace building. Yeah. Peace dash building. So this word, let me do it this way, yeah. So this word is written with a dash or together, peace building. To build is to make or to construct. So peace building is to creation, construction of peace. Yeah. Well, actually, peace should be made because in some places, in South Caucasus, for example, we do not have peace. So peace needs to be made. We need to build or make peace. So Georgi Vanyan was one of those rare individuals. Rare is unique. Unique. It's not common. Yeah, it's rare. He was one of those rare individuals who was dedicated to the idea of peace building in South Caucasus. We have war between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Yes, these are two South Caucasus countries. And there is one region between Armenia and Azerbaijan. It's Nagorno-Karabakh. Let's say it's Nagorno-Karabakh. Yes. So for 70 years, Nagorno-Karabakh was a part of Azerbaijan for about 70 years. And then Armenia took it. And now it is de jure officially. Yes. It's a Latin word. De jure is officially. So de jure, Nagorno-Karabakh is Nagorno-Karabakh is independent de jure officially. Yeah, let me show you these words as well. So rare is unique, not common. De jure, officially. Yes, officially Nagorno-Karabakh is independent. However, de facto means in reality. De facto, Nagorno-Karabakh is in reality. Well, de facto Nagorno-Karabakh depends on Armenia. Yes, for 30 years, Nagorno-Karabakh was Armenian. So yeah, de facto. Yes, this is an O. De facto and de jure. Officially, according to papers, in papers, officially de jure. In reality, how it is, de facto, according to the fact. Yes? So de facto, Nagorno-Karabakh was part of Armenia, and a lot of Armenian soldiers and people of Armenian origin, Armenians from diaspora, fought for Nagorno-Karabakh. Fought is the past of fight. To fight, to make a fight. To fight. Fight. In the past, it becomes fought. F-O-U-G-H-T. Fought. Yes, so they fought. Armenians from Armenia fought for Nagorno-Karabakh. And interestingly, for 30 years, Armenia, the Republic of Armenia itself, did not recognize the independence of Nagorno-Karabakh. So no one actually recognized the independence of Nagorno-Karabakh. And so it was not really an independent country. Even the Republic of Armenia accepted. To admit is to accept. To admit is to accept. To accept. To say yes. Yes. So even the Republic of Armenia admitted that Nagorno-Karabakh was not really independent. Yeah. Or else we would accept the independence of Nagorno-Karabakh. We would recognize. To recognize is to accept. Again, we would recognize Nagorno-Karabakh as an independent country. Okay? Independent, it's like it's not part of any other country. For example, state of California is not an independent state. Officially, California is part of the USA, the United States of America. Yes, it has its independence to some extent, but it's not 100% independent. Yes, Joe Biden, for instance, is the president not only of Washington, but also of California, of Texas, etc. Oh, by the way, etc. Etc. Again, it's Latin. Etc. Okay, I'm writing in. That's why it's not etc. It's not etc. It's etc. Let me write it down for you. It. In Latin, I think they would say et cetera. Et cetera. Etc. E-T-C. Okay. Let me show you this vocab as well. Right. So to admit, it's an A. To admit is to accept. To admit is to accept. Also to recognize, I didn't write it. To recognize, to accept. Yeah. So to fight, the past is fought. We fought. Armenians and Azerbaijanis fought for Karabakh, for Nagorno-Karabakh. Etc. Etc. in Latin. So etc. That's why etc. And that's why it's not etc. It's etc. Etc. All right. Yeah. And then we have already seen de facto and de jure. All right. So in both countries, in both Armenia and Azerbaijan, we have a lot of issues also with hatred, with racism. A lot of Armenians hate Azerbaijanis, and a lot of Azerbaijanis hate Armenians. Yeah. Georgi was one of those unique individuals who spoke of civil lifestyle, civilized lifestyle, of the importance of civil society, a real civil society, independent, who live and act as citizens. Yeah, for the word act, to act, or act, both are okay. Here's a more difficult word: to behave. To behave, to act. So Georgi talked about the importance of behaving or acting as good human beings, of not hating but loving, and of living consciously, with your mind, consciously. I knew Georgi. He created a very beautiful project called Tekali process. So Tekali process it was a fantastic, like a really fantastic initiative. Tekali process. Tekali is a small village in the Republic of Georgia. So South Caucasus has 3 republics: Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan, right? So because Armenia and Azerbaijan were fighting against each other, Georgia was a good place for activism, for both countries, for both Armenia and Azerbaijan. So we would go to Tekali and we would have different initiatives, events. There was a speech contest or competition. And I participated in that speech competition and I won one of the prizes in that speech competition. So unfortunately, a lot of Armenians hated Georgi Vanyan. He was attacked physically. They hit him. They spoke very badly of him in the Republic of Armenia. Before 2018, prior to is before. Yeah? Prior to equals to before. Yeah? Prior to 2018, Armenia was governed by, to govern, to rule, to govern, to rule. Armenia was governed by, or Armenia was ruled by, the Republicans. The Republicans of Armenia are very similar to the Republicans of the USA. They resemble each other very much. To resemble, to be like, to be like someone, or to be similar to someone or something. Yes. So the Republicans of Armenia were very similar to the Republicans of the USA, nationalist, racist, hateful. So they had campaigns against Georgi Vanyan. A lot of people would write bad things, they would speak bad things, they would attack Georgi physically. And channels, like TV channels, would show very negative, very bad movies about Georgi. So his life was very hard. It was very tough. Tough, hard. Yes? Tough, T-O-U-G-H, is hard. Yeah, let me show you this vocabulary as well. Okay. Yes. So to act, to behave. Yeah, you act in a good way, you behave in a good way. So the name of the initiative was Tekali process. Tekali is a small village in the Republic of Georgia. Prior to the revolution in 2018, or before the revolution in or of 2018. Yeah. Then we have to govern, to rule. Yes. Armenia was governed by the Republicans. To resemble, to be like, or to be similar to. You resemble your father. You are or you look like your father. Huh? And tough, T-O-U-G-H. T-O-U-G-H, tough. F, we hear F. Tough, hard. Yes? So, life was tough for Georgi. Tough, F. Yeah? You write G-H, but you hear F. So for Georgi, life was very tough in the Republic of Armenia. Very, very tough. He has very sad stories about his persecution. To persecute is like to attack, to act against someone all the time. Yes, it's to persecute. For example, Mikhail Navalny, I think his name is Mikhail Navalny, I'm not sure of the name, is persecuted in Russia. Putin persecutes Navalny. Yes? Or the Republicans and the Dashnaks, these are nationalists in the Republic of Armenia, persecuted Georgi. Yes? So yes, to persecute and persecution. If you are persecuted, it's an act of persecution. Also, unfortunately, sadly, in the Republic of Georgia, we had like similar problems under Ivanishvili's oligarch government, which is also nationalist, homophobic, and hateful. Tekali process was shut down. It was brought down. It was shut down. They destroyed it in the Republic of Georgia also. So the Russian-style KGB works in Armenia, in Georgia, and in Azerbaijan, and in all those three republics, Georgi was persecuted a lot. They arrested, there is a man called Mushfik Namazov from Tekali, from that village. He has a house, and he gave his house, not his house, he has a house and some land. Yeah, let me draw it. So in the village of Tekali, Mushfik Namazov has a little house and a land. And he gave his land, okay, let me try to make some land, maybe with a tree. So Mushfik said, you are welcome, yes, you are welcome, you can come to Tekali and do your activities. So this is Mushfik, and this is his house, and this is his land, with some trees, some mountains behind, yes. Yeah. So Mushfik told, you are welcome. He's Azerbaijani, and he said Armenians and Azerbaijanis and Georgians are welcome. Come to Tekali for peace building. Yes. So the Georgian government arrested, they took Mushfik. So for 8 years, Mushfik Namazov is going to be in prison if they do not take him out. And his son, also he was arrested for 2 years. The Georgian national security officials, it's like policemen, yes? They came to Mushfik's house, they beat Mushfik, and they beat the son of Mushfik. So it was very tough, both for Georgi, and for other people. So Georgi, actually in English it's George. Yeah, it's George, but in Armenia, in Georgia, this name is pronounced as Georgi. Yes, Georgi in Russian or Georgi in Georgian. Yes. So he lived in poverty. Yes, Georgi, his life was very poor, and he didn't have money. It means he lived in poverty. Yeah, he didn't have money, and he didn't have a job because he was persecuted. He bought a car. Yes, to buy now, and the past is bought. Yeah? To buy. The past is bought. He bought a car, and he became a driver. He became a taxi driver. So he called his taxi Peace Taxi. For a few years, maybe 3 or 4 years, so a few years, Georgi drove a taxi. Yes, they called it Peace Taxi. To drive, the past will be drove. Celine Dion has a beautiful song, I Drove All Night. I drove all night to get to you. Is that all right? I drove all night. I drove all night. I'll just write CD, like for Celine Dion. Yeah. So let's have a look at this as well. So to buy, boat. Georgi bought a car, and he named it. He created a taxi service. He called it Peace Taxi. Yes. So Georgi was a real peacemaker, peace builder. Yes. He even created a taxi service and he called it Peace Taxi. This was a real peace builder. So to drive, the past is drove. Georgi drove a taxi for several years. Yeah. And so Celine Dion, Celine Dion, CD, it stands for Celine Dion, has a song called I Drove All Night. It's a beautiful song. What else can I say about Georgi? He died of COVID, yes? He died because of coronavirus. He died in the Republic of Georgia. He went to Georgia to give an interview, but also he went to Georgia, I went. So he went to Tbilisi, the capital of Georgia, to try to help Mushfik Namazov. Yes, he tried to help Mushfik. Also, this is why he went to Tbilisi. He tried to meet with the advocates of Mushfik, and he couldn't. He wrote to me that the advocates of Mushfik work for the police, not for Mushfik. Yes. So Georgi thought, yes, to think, the past is thought. Georgi thought that the advocates or attorneys, or let's say advocates of Mushfiq Namazov were not independent. They worked for the police, not for Mushfiq. Yes? So he tried to meet with the advocates. But Georgi said, he wrote to me that the advocates of Mushfiq Namazov were afraid of him and they tried to avoid him, to escape. Try not to meet. Yes? To avoid. To run away. Yeah? Try not to see. Try not to see or meet. Huh? So this is why Georgi went to Tbilisi. He tried to help his good friend and a good citizen, a good human being, Mushfiq Namazov, who is arrested in the Republic of Georgia. Yes? Yeah, let's have a look at those words as well. To think, thought. He thought. Yeah? To avoid, to run away. Try not to see. Try not to meet. Yes? To avoid. So, in the end, I will just say R.I.P. Yeah, let's learn this as well. R.I.O. They have this... okay, I'll just make a picture so that it's easy. R.I.P. Yes? So, when someone dies, someone is dead, we say R.I.P. So you can see in the grave where people are dead, you can see this R.I.P. which stands for, let me write it for you. R.I.P. is rest in peace. Yeah, so R.I.P. rest in peace. Yes. So when someone is dead, someone dies, we say rest in peace. R.I.P. So dear Georgi, rest in peace. I am happy that I knew you. I'm happy I saw Tekali. Yeah? See, to see, saw in the past. I'm happy that I saw Tekali process and I was part of Tekali movement. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being a great human being, not a nationalist, not stupid, not a small-minded. Yes? Thank you very much. Rest in peace. And a minute of silence for Georgi, okay?